sit down about some of our common interests and the fact that I own all your books. And fortunately, you told me about the two most recent and the two you still have on the books.
That's correct. I write about entirely different subjects, and oddly enough, I ended up writing books that have never been written before on a particular subject. The first book I wrote was on Glenn Curtis and his motorcycle years from 1902 to 1912, and that's an area of Glenn's life that's always been skipped over real quick in his biographies. They just mention, oh yeah, he was a motorcycle and developed engines and then went into aviation. But he did much more than that. If it wasn't for those motorcycles, he would have never gotten into aviation. During his short 5 years of racing motorcycles from 1902 to 1907, he held 10 land speed records. So I felt that it was necessary to get this all out. Plus, there were a lot of misconceptions and urban legends that needed to be corrected. Thanks to the digital age, there's much more information now available on Glenn than there was 40, 50 years ago when the last biography was written in 1972.
Was he a journal guy? Did he keep notes on himself and the things he did?
No, he did not, but his wife did, his sister did, so fortunately we have a lot of information, and also his best friend, Leonard Tank Waters, Tank is his nickname, wrote down a lot of his memoirs too, so we had the actual memoirs to draw on.
Are they in the archives?
They're in the archives of the Curtis Museum, yes. The second book that I wrote, being a big Civil War buff, having grown up with the Civil War, my mother's side fought for the South, my father's side fought for the North. I got a good dose of it, and my dad being a career military man, I took a great interest in history. That's how I got into the museum field to begin with, because of my dad. And I decided that I started collecting photographs of the Elmira prison camp in Elmira. And when I started doing a little research, I realized that every book that's ever been written on Elmira only uses one or two images of the camp just for illustration and nothing more. But then when I started deep diving and collecting, I found that there were over 40 photographs taken not only of the prison camp and its various stages, but also of the guard camps and the hospitals and everything that related to it. So I figured, well, this really needs to be put together in a book, and consequently I wrote the book Elmira, the photographic history of the Civil War prison camp from 1864 to 1865, which is now available also. Both books are available through Barnes & Noble.